Podcast starts now.
I already have a thought, which is I'm going to bring back Zip It.
You're bringing back Zip It.
Yeah. You brought back Methinks, which I think, first of all, worked.
One, it swept the world by storm.
People might think we're joking if they were not up to date with our Instagram stories, let's say. But literally a week after you said we're bringing back Methinks, none other than Taylor Swift posted Methinks.
The Methinks movement was a huge success.
I do think the Methinks movement, well, now with the benefit of hindsight, did it go too far? Maybe.
It did get too big, where it started as sort of a, alt community, and then it became so mainstream so fast that even I found myself being like, no, I don't even like Methinks.
The Methinks movement started as people telling their stories, and they were necessary. But at some point, you start thinking, do they just want attention?
Yeah. So you're going to do that with Zip It.
I'm going to do that with Zip It. By the way, I don't actually believe what I just said. That was a sort of harmless bit.
We play characters on this podcast.
Yeah, we play characters on this podcast. I'm a huge feminist and everyone knows that. I do think I think Zip It is such a fun way to say shut up.
I mean, it's so 90s.
Yeah.
And even like the bit, like the zip, like
yes,
playing with it.
To have a word that starts with a Z is so rare.
So
rarely am I saying
getting rarer.
Zoological.
Yes.
Zelda.
I've said that a fair amount in my day.
Okay, well, I'm not a gamer like you. I had a friend who had launched a bottled cocktail company called Zuzu. I said that is the best name for this is not a joke. Actually, a very good friend of mine. And I was like, that is such a genius name because everyone wants to say more Z's.
Everyone's craving more Z's in their life.
So I think Zip It could be big.
I think Zip It could be huge. And I told you this last night.
Yeah.
But I'm actually loving the semi-irony of exclaiming, make it make sense.
Oh, you love Make It Make Sense.
I think Make It Make Sense is so funny. It's like just vintage enough where it's like some people still say it for real.
Mm-hmm. And it's rooted in truth. Sometimes you are like, make it make sense.
Why does
Show
it make
me
sense?
the work.
But it's such a stupid internet phrase that is like saying it out in the wild as if it's normal is very like blurg core.
So true.
Do you think, does everyone understand blurg as shorthand?
Wait, hold on. You mean blurg as a metonym is not the right word. Blurg as a categorization of a specific internet language.
And like type of humor.
And type of humor that's very sort of like on the spectrum of love these beautiful humans.
Yeah.
Love these beautiful humans is one end, and the other end is the interwebs.
Yes. Exactly.
And blurg is in the middle.
Blurg is center.
To be clear, the entire spectrum is morally bankrupt.
Of course. But it's important to recognize that there are differences within the culture.
I swear to God, someone needs to write an essay about how I've been saying this for years. It's my term that I coined, half humor. Which is when something gestures at being funny but is not actually funny.
Is blurgcore different than half humor?
No, I would say blurg, interwebs, and these beautiful humans are all part of like the initial wave of half humor. And I think currently half humor is like Joe Biden posting Dark Brandon memes. We do have to bring in our guests, but I wanna torture them even further by talking about something that I know they want to comment on while they're not allowed to speak.
Chastity play.
We were talking about how and again, they will say this themselves, but they were saying that they liked being part of a friend group of 3. And my response was, that is the worst number for a friend group because inevitably someone gets left out. There are 2 best friends and one sort of like flop third.
I completely disagree.
Wow.
I think a 3 group of friends is like, there's checks and balances there.
Well, from a social justice perspective, undoubtedly it's the right choice. But I'm saying, like, in practice, listen, it's like how, of course, communism would work theoretically. but honey, show me where it works in practice.
I also like that, it sort of has an engine churning to it, a 3, like when someone's out, then they're like, okay, well then I'll do something to get back in. And then they're like, okay, well now we need to catch up to this. And there's just sort of they progress, they push each other.
You're thinking as an improv comedian. And I think for you, and potentially for me, like for us, a 3-way friend group would work because we all have a sense of play within us. I think the average person wants to be on top and the average person wants to win. And when the average person is in a group of 3, they are looking... our guest is vigorously shaking their head.
Yeah.
It is also, not to state the obvious, very meta, so to speak, that we are currently banning the third person in this friend group of three from speaking.
We know who's on the bottom right now.
While talking about the benefits / drawbacks of groups of three.
Well, and this came up, I will say, because, we were talking and saying, we are potentially going to do an episode with just the two of us.
Yes.
And we were like, neither of us seemed like jumping at that. And I felt like it was sort of like we were a couple that needed a third at all times in order to be engaged with each other.
It is a crutch, I guess.
But it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be. Maybe we don't even bring in our guest.
Ever. I would celebrate it.
And just sort of do an episode just the two of us now. Why wait until the next session?
Why wait? I mean, their time is flexible.
Yeah.
They are free.
I know for a fact
all day.
They're not promoting anything. They're not promoting anything. This is a favor to them, honestly.
Yeah. What else?
I don't even like them that much.
No. What else would we like to say that they would love to jump in on?
What's the deal with Abraham Lincoln?
Say that.
It's always been a big question mark for me.
I pretty much get it.
Was he married?
Okay, let's do it. Our guest has steam coming out of their damn ears at this point. Please welcome Escola.
Hi. First of all, half humor is the lifeblood of work.
Yes. Half humor is very much like icebreakers, corporate retreat, platitudes, aphorisms, badass culture. It's You Are a Badass, like the book You Are a Badass. Have you seen that in an airport? No. There's a book called, I'm pretty sure it's called You Are a Badass, and it's like a self-help book with like a punchy humor quality. Yeah.
And okay, so that was one thing.
Yeah.
The other thing is in groups of three, the pressure is off to be. The pressure's off.
I see.
Because if it's just two people and like it's silent, it's like I like being like, you know what, they've got this.
I love that
this.
actually.
And
do you feel that way in sex as well?
I feel that way in sex? No. The threesomes feel confusing,
Yeah, totally.
Because maybe it's just
you don't
more
want to lay back. Yeah, well, there's more at stake. Sometimes you do want to lay back, but there's more at stake. If you're a little silent in a three-way conversation for a bit and you're taking a sip of water, you're not thinking, "Wait, do they hate me?" You're just thinking, "I'm taking a break."
Sometimes I'm not thinking they hate me, but sometimes I am thinking like they're boring.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm thinking like this conversation's not that good
because I'm not participating.
Okay.
During a conversation, like
during a conversation or during a three-way?
During a conversation.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and that's fine because they've got it.
They've got it.
You're like, okay, they're having their boring conversation.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't have to engage.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll do a performative yawn. I'll just be like.
And that's a key role that a friend can play.
But I think more people want to be cucks than they admit. Cucks.
Yeah.
Cucks? Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, wait. I missed the start of this.
No, you didn't.
That's pretty much it.
Okay, so you think there are more people than are willing to admit it that want to be cucked?
Yes. Yeah. I think fear of being like cheated on is actually a desire to be cheated on,
Of course.
And the last topic that I brought when I was on the show is cheating.
Yeah.
Which is very straight.
I do think you're so right. Well, of course, every fear
Thank you.
every fear.
Thank you.
He's in silence.
Excuse me. I'm speaking. Of course, every big fear we have, including like nuclear war, is a desire for that.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, that's the whole thing. I hate when people are like, we're living in the end times, talking about blur humor.
Oh my God, living in the end times is so okay. Amy and I,
But people, it's like
Yes.
clearly you're just like a narcissist. Like you kind of want it to end. So
Yeah.
You'd be like, I was there.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I actually was there when it ended.
Yeah.
So my story matters.
Well, that's also it's again. Everyone thinks they're living in the worst possible time, and it's not because they have this like incredible capacity for empathy or critique. It's because they have literally main character syndrome and think they are living in the most.
What is it
important
called? Drive for Death?
Yes, Death Drive.
Death Drive? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Huh.
Huh.
Okay, write that down.
Yeah.
Right. That's really smart.
Thank you.
I have a question regarding, you brought up half humor in the workplace specifically. Would you rather there be half humor or no humor? Because one thing
This is interesting.
One thing that's tough about a workplace is I get the utility of half humor.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you want to be able to like
It's sort
be
of
like,
like-
we're friendly.
how like Europeans are like either complain or are happy about how fake nice Americans are. Like say,
Yeah.
everyone asking how's your day, but they don't really care. You know?
My grandmother
Wow.
used to do. This is going to be a visual thing, so
Okay, close your eyes,
check it out-
everybody.
check it out on YouTube.
Pull over if you're driving. Pull over.
Full episodes, I repeat, full episodes available on our YouTube channel. My grandmother used to do this. This is her impression of an American, and she used to do this when we were kids. She would go, she would do like, wait, I'm gonna do it again. She'd be
Okay.
like, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
She would like do a smile and then immediately retract the smile because it's so fake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Impressions queen.
Yeah, she was an impressions queen. She is actually still alive.
so is it? But
She's
is
lost
it,
her talent. but-
Yeah. She's no
is it
longer
good?
doing.
Would you
bits.
rather have not that the absence?
Well, this is some would argue
Yes.
that that's sort of a New York versus LA question.
Oh my
Also,
God! Would those people's name be Sam Taggart?
Look, I wish it weren't true.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like that is like, would you rather people be like overly polite but you don't know what they're thinking, or would overly curt but
Yes,
like
yes.
honest?
But yeah, go
And
ahead.
I prefer curt but honest.
I agree, and I
You do?
also think
Okay.
Like, when
you
I-
think you do,
the Sandra Hüller,
but you have
like,
no idea.
ow, that was so curt and honest. I feel like the Sandra Hüller interview cycle where she's
Yeah.
being like cold, and they're like, "Do you love Mezzy the dog?" And she's like, "It is a dog." Like, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
I love that
yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Well, my favorite part of the Sandra Hüller world is how people keep trying to make jokes about the fact that she plays a literal Nazi in Zone of Interest, and she refuses to laugh along. She's just like, that is not funny.
Okay.
Well, would you
her.
rather her
yeah,
laugh?
it's true. It's not funny, by the way.
She's like,
It would be
wait,
great.
that's LOL.
Yeah, she's literally like, oh my God.
I'm just now realizing.
Crazy.
Wait, random that I.
God, no.
Talk about blurg.
I guess I'm a Nazi now.
So that's normal.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
it make sense.
Make sense.
So here's my thing with half humor in the workplace is it is keeping people just well behaved enough that they don't like
It's
start
very.
the revolution.
I'm so sorry. Yeah,
Well,
capitalist.
yes.
It's like
It's in fact neoliberal. one,
Yeah.
so. Because that is literally what like the difference is between
It's soothing.
exactly
Yeah.
between cubicle culture and bouncy balls. What?
Sorry.
Hold on.
what?
What? Huh?
What's so funny?
Well, I'm not trying to make fun of you, but you said
It's like
it weird.
cubicle, weird.
Cubicle?
Yeah.
What did I say?
You said like cubicle.
Cubicle.
Like
It's
like,
very cubicle.
It's
It's a cube.
more like cube.
Sandra, you work in a cubicle. Oh yes, that's not funny. Cubicle.
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 Yeah, it's. I would
Recently-
prefer fake.
Yeah.
Fake humor, half humor.
Recently, I said to someone, I was talking about like going to high school in Greece, and I was like, yeah, but I lived here in my early childhood, that's why I don't have an accent. And they go, I think you have a slight accent. I was like, whoa. First of all,
Red
that's
pill.
for me to decide, not you.
Yeah.
But I guess I said the word cubicle.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah, that was
the giveaway.
such a deep Greek accent.
We're all like, ask George, tell George to say cubicle.
Wait, before I got distracted, you were saying something. What were you?
Who cares?
Just about half humor in the workplace.
have humor in the workplace. Now I'm worried that I'm not. I have to be the one to write this essay, and now that I've said it publicly, someone else is going to write it. Gia Tolentino is going to step in and write the essay about half humor.
Well, you know what? It'll be a good essay.
Yeah. Hello. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I can do it.
Well, but But do you
If
have?
you-
But you
if
could
you
do it if you
could,
put your
then you
mind
would.
to
If
it.
right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Gia puts pen to paper.
Wow.
Well, that's
that
just
makes
true.
sense.
That's
Yeah,
not a
say
read
that.
on anyone else.
Okay, well, I'm committing that in the next calendar year I will publish my essay on half humor. And I don't care if it's in Barry Weiss's Substack.
Uh-oh.
It's going to get published.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
You
right.
heard
I'm
it
going to go
here.
right wing so I can publish my essay.
I'm like, no one else will publish you?
I don't know. So, Cole.
Okay. Let's get serious, please.
cut the shit.
Let's cut the shit.
So you have a show at Union Hall or something?
Yes. It's called Just Us Gals. And it's sort of like, it's all like like your funny friends. Like it's just
yeah.
like listening to your funny friends.
Totally.
Yeah.
And this is a spin-off of your previous show, LGBT LOL, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that show.
Thank you.
That was
Thanks.
a huge hit.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
it
was-
was a different time. It was
It was a
lot of-
different time. I feel bad about like a lot of the stuff that we said, but
Yeah.
like,
Well,
at the
you
time it
can't
was,
publicly talk about a lot of it because of the lawsuit.
no, exactly, which is a blessing and a curse.
yeah, monetarily a curse, but like public relations wise, a blessing.
I don't have a show at Union Hall.
Oh.
I'm sorry
So
to be the one to tell you.
we are like we're playing this weird game where we're like not saying your show and also
That's fine.
It's funny because of course, to us, it's obvious what the show is, but I realize that not the whole point, part of the point of us talking is to promote the show.
Well,
not that it needs it.
Not that it needs, well, that's the
thank
thing, it is
you.
sold out.
It is sold out, but we just added one more week.
Oh, well, this is
So-
going to make all the difference because I
This
heard
is
that
gonna
one, that extra week actually is not selling.
Yeah, that one, the last week.
The last week is
it sold
actually-
up until that last week.
You thought you got really cocky and you were like, wow, it's sold
Like,
out.
let's
Like, I'll
add a
add an
week.
extra week.
Yeah.
But it
What's
turns
one
out
week?
everyone that wanted tickets
They got them.
They got
They
'em.
got 'em. They're good. Yeah.
But the
yeah,
show
May 5th
is
through
called
12th.
Oh Mary, if
Yes.
we're going to be honest for a second.
If we can be honest, if we can cut the bullshit,
We can cut
Yeah.
the bullshit and be curt and honest like New Yorkers rather than
then Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, sort of like talking yap without saying
Thank
anything.
you. Thank you.
And we've both seen it, obviously.
Of course.
Here's the thing. Here's my thing with the show with this show is like every superlative about it has been said, and I agree with all of them. And I'm like, what original thing can I say that will add to it?
Yeah.
And also, I know Cole can see through fake praise. It's like, so I'm like, there's another layer where I'm like, okay, Cole has
I
heard
think
it
the
all.
best thing you could say is enough has been said about it.
Oh, that's really smart.
And it's fun. And
Enough's been said about it.
it's good,
No,
but let's not.
but it is
Let's not
actually
push it.
It is one of those rare things that is in fact as good as everyone says it is. And then you're like, well, it sort of sucks that we used up all the superlatives to talk about like
Soup.
Saltburn.
Yeah. Soup and salt.
Soup and Saltburn.
Yeah.
No, it's an
know
incredible
what I mean?
show. Absolutely groundbreaking.
Yeah, it really is. It just is-
You're
it-
one of the greatest we've got, and you know it.
And you know it.
And this is such a perfect encapsulation of
up. It
also
all
makes
of
me
your
think, like,
humor and taste and performance.
And you know, I say this as someone who goes to a lot of theater, Cole.
And I go to very little.
I'm
Yeah.
always
This is
Instagramming those.
I get both ends
High and low,
here.
high
Yeah,
and low.
high low,
High
high low.
And I'll tell you something. A lot of it is not good.
Theater?
Theater.
That's why I never
I
go.
disagree.
Theater
There's
in
a lot
New York
of
City.
gorgeous theater.
A lot of it is also good.
Yeah.
But would you not agree that a lot of it is not good?
I'm trying to
You're
get
trying to work
awards
there.
right now.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
please,
campaigning.
you know, I can't burn any bridges right
Here's
now.
a question for you. So in this play, Oh Mary, you play Mary Todd Lincoln.
Yes.
If, let's say, suddenly you're cast in a Marvel movie as Batgirl.
Yes.
You have to leave the show.
Yeah.
Who would you cast to play Mary
Oh,
Todd?
I am already like 1,000 steps ahead. Like I can't wait for other people to play this
Really?
part. Yes. I would prefer not
You don't want to say, yeah.
to be. No, I would prefer not to be in it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
shocking
being
to me.
modest.
No, it's exhausting.
Well,
I mean, it's
yeah.
fun. It's the most fun I've ever
it sounds
had.
like hell, to be honest.
I mean,
Yeah.
8 shows a week.
8 shows a week.
That
I mean,
is crazy.
That's what theater people do. You know, that's what we do. That's what we do. That's what we do.
I mean, I have one podcast in a day, and I say, ugh,
Yeah.
I can't do this anymore.
I would love I've fantasized about Titus Burgess playing
Ooh, that is
Mary
really
Todd
good.
Lincoln.
That's really good.
Donna Murphy.
Oh my God, she'd be amazing.
The two of them together, sort of like every other word.
oh.
You know,
Arms
like
linked.
arms linked, like looking at each other, sort of like.
I mean, Donna
how you
Murphy
say
would be
something.
incredible.
Yeah. But like I would love when I was in auditions for the understudy. I was like, oh, this is a good role for someone.
Oh, it absolutely is.
That is
So-
so shocking to me.
Really?
Just because it was like it's so you and it's so like it's
so
hard
you
for me to
don't
imagine.
trust my writing? What are you trying to say here?
Honey,
that the
I never have,
structure
I never
doesn't
will.
hold?
No,
No.
just it's hard to imagine. I'm sure it would be possible, but
Yeah.
But I think this is something people have been surprised, or not surprised by, but you hear Cole Escola doing let's say, I initially thought it was like a solo show, like a one-person show.
That's what I was hoping. Like now I'm sort of like I'm sad that the moment's over where everyone was like, oh, this is going to be Cole throwing on a wig on a stage alone.
Yes.
And then the surprise of it being a capital
Oh,
P
so that was
play.
planned, the surprise of it. Like you.
Well, yeah, sort of. I
Yeah.
mean, I knew that's what people's expectations
Right.
might be.
But I
Yeah.
do think that is. Yeah, I mean, that is the big surprise where you're like, oh, this is like
play.
full on a play.
Yeah. With a cast.
With a cast.
With a gorgeous,
cast of
incredible
actors.
cast.
Yes.
I wish I could tell you any of their names right now.
sweet people.
Sweet, sweet people. They smile at me every day. I just love them all.
They respect all my boundaries. Don't make eye contact.
make eye contact.
Don't ask me how I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's really
Wait,
nice.
have any of them been like James Scully or Conrad
James?
or
No, we haven't had
Tony Mott?
them.
Bianca Lee? None of them? Nobody?
So funny.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
so funny.
she's great.
I saw her when I was 18. My first year in New York, my first Christmas alone in New York, I saw Transamerica, and that movie with
Yeah, of
Felicity
course.
Huffman.
She's in Transamerica?
Yeah, do you remember she goes, I don't even remember what it was, like a sex toy party or a Tupperware party.
Okay.
She's like the hostess of that party.
interesting.
And then I saw her in Taylor Mack's 5-hour The Lily's Revenge
Yes,
at Hero Arts Center. I was like, she played a cuckoo clock. And I was like, who is she? Diva.
Dibs.
Dibs. Mine.
Wow.
I sorry to ask the most basic
Nope.
question.
I have only basic
But like,
questions.
Please.
why Mary Todd?
I just really feel like women, like, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't remember because I had the idea in 2009.
Really?
Whoa.
And it was basically like an idea that was born out of just the humor of it, not you being
Yes.
like a history buff.
No. I just thought like the idea of me playing a historical figure like that
Yeah.
was fun. Yeah. And then all those years later, we finally got to the Lortel.
Are you like super regimented right now? Like if you have to perform 8 times a week, are you like
I really don't do anything besides like, yeah. I mean, like sleep and then go to the theater, stretch.
stretch?
I try to eat at 4:30.
See, this is
One
Not to
meal a
eat
day.
after the show.
One meal a day.
I try
Right,
to eat
only
2.
rice.
Yeah. But if I'm not up early enough, I only get the 1 meal. It's a difficult life.
Here's a question.
Boys, I don't recommend it.
Do you feel, are the endorphins such that after the show you
It's hard.
want to go out?
Oh, no.
No.
Never.
I
You
want
wanna
to
go
right home.
really?
Yeah. Right to bed. Hot, creamy meal, right to bed.
Hot creamy meal.
No.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
dairy meal, right to bed.
But I do need a life outside of it because otherwise the play can't be my only reason for existing. So now I'm trying to find things to do. If you have any suggestions at home, comment below on this video and like it and subscribe and just send us email
and vote.
and vote.
And vote, please vote. Vote for
Please.
Even in your local city elections.
They matter, y'all.
Should we do our first segment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? I think we have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anything,
Yes. No, please.
if anything, to get it out of the way,
Yeah.
so that we can keep
Of
talking freeform.
course.
Yeah.
Of course. Okay, Cole, our first segment is called Straight Shooters.
Yeah.
And in this segment, we're going to ask you a series of rapid fire questions. It's basically this thing or this other thing to gauge your familiarity with and complicity in straight culture. The only rule is you can't ask any follow-up questions or we'll scream at you.
Okay. That reminds me of a story I've heard about Shirley MacLaine. Later.
Okay.
So remind me.
I love these beautiful humans, or I hate that ugly ass tunic.
I love these beautiful humans.
Cole, curling up with a good book or curling up with Succession's own Sarah Snook?
Curling up with a good book.
Tap water is fine, or fap every day at 9?
Fap every day at 9.
After your all-dairy meal?
Yeah.
Okay. A body shaped like an hourglass or a potty molded perfect to your ass?
Ooh,
Body shaped like an hourglass.
respectable. Giving it up for your next comic, or living it up before we all get hit by a comet?
Giving it up for your next comic.
Yes.
You have to.
You have to give it up.
You have to.
Okay, white gold or black mold?
White gold.
I demand an appeal, or I don't understand her whole deal.
I demand an appeal.
Oh.
Being on the list or lancing off assist?
Lancing off assist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
What?
This is crazy. I'm like, usually we rate our guest performance on a scale of 0 to 1,000 doves. Here's what I've been feeling recently.
What have you been feeling?
Maybe that scale is over. Maybe we need to figure out like a new way to rank. I've been feeling.
You tell me now?
I think, don't you feel like we have been sort of like, okay, we've done every version of that answer.
I guess I like.
But you think,
See, this is what's great about, by the way,
You're yawning.
threes.
yeah. Now you can sort of
I
check
can just,
out.
I can. I'm engaged.
Yes.
But I don't have to worry about having an answer.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
keep.
Okay, so I'm like you just like directed us. Now I feel like now we can't have a natural.
Keep going.
Yeah.
No, I'm watching and listening and just talk naturally.
I did the number one thing you shouldn't do, which is critique but not come up with an alternative. This is actually one of my biggest problems in
Solutions-based.
life. I am not solutions-based.
Oh.
I very much think...
Are you a younger sibling?
I'm an older sibling.
That's interesting.
Right.
Of course, just like most things about me.
I feel like that's a younger sibling thing.
You think so?
Yes.
I feel like at some point in my life, I was like criticizing. Criticism is a sign of intelligence. And the more you criticize, the more intelligent you are.
Yeah.
And so, you go into, and I think it's a very childish
Where in your
approach.
body is that? Sorry, this is something my therapist asks all the time. And where in the body?
He's
Where in your
crazy.
body do you feel that?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's coming out of my head.
Right.
What do you mean? I always say my stomach. I'm always like, my stomach.
Well, it's all those creamy meals.
It's the
post-show.
creamy meals post show.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I cut you. You
No,
were
no.
going. You were talking about renovating the scale.
Yes. Right. Yeah. Oh,
Well, and solutions-based.
Wait. Book alert. Renovating the scale.
The scale.
My life
My
on the
weight
stage.
loss journey.
My weight
Oh.
loss journey on the stage. Chapter 1, creamy meals.
Creamy meals? Question mark. Yeah.
Well, I just want to, for the scale,
Yes,
I
yeah.
do like that it is something that is truly from 2020.
Yeah.
And is like, that we have stuck with for seemingly no
In
reason.
that sense, it gets funnier as it goes.
And I think it's funny
it's
to
less
think
and less
about
relevant.
literally being like 4 years from now
True.
and still doing that. And people
You're
are
right.
like, what is that
We
even
don't care.
from?
Yeah.
You've won me over. You've already won me over.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Wow.
Could George get cast?
In
Well, it's not
What?
a musical. Sam.
Well, we still need to just know you have range.
I guess
Yeah,
it is a
sure.
musical. No spoilers. But
wait, that was a spoiler.
That was a huge spoiler.
sorry.
How do you feel?
You can't just say no spoilers after you spoil it.
That's not how it works.
Do you think of yourself as solutions oriented?
Yeah.
I actually liked that.
Yeah, me
thought.
too.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like my
no.
own thought too.
No.
No.
Complainer?
I'm a complainer.
You're well, but you are a creator. And I don't mean that in the sense of being an LGBTQ creator making their voice heard. I mean that in the sense that you're not someone who's like, oh, they don't want me here, I'm going to cry about it. You're like, they don't want me here, I'm gonna go here.
I'm gonna make a better.
I'm gonna make a better thing.
Yeah. I guess in that way. Yeah, I guess I am kind of like solutions based. Yeah. No, I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Well, okay, so it's sort of like fight, flight, or freeze, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I had never heard of the third option.
You love
you've
three.
never heard of freeze?
I've heard fight or flight
flight.
a million times.
Oh, bitch, you need to get back in therapy. Fight, flight, or freeze.
Okay,
what
I
are you?
love this.
I might be freeze.
I'm
freeze.
absolutely freeze.
Yeah.
I'm freeze.
Oh, great.
Oh, God.
I'm glad
It's
we're
chilly
two
in here.
freeze identified gay cancers running a small business together.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Honey, good
Yeah.
luck making profits.
I think
on
a
that.
lot of people are freeze.
I think freeze, it just, to me, it makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, I'm not going to run away, but
Right.
I'm also not going to start a fight. I'm
Well,
not
you don't
Right,
know
I'm
what
not
to
a
do.
coward.
You're like,
Yeah.
I can't fight back.
I'm putting my body on the line by doing nothing.
Yes. Yeah.
I will say, if there's multiple freezes in a room, I think it's sort of, it's like you might both be bottoms, but eventually when you're penetrating, someone's going to be topping. Does this make sense?
yes.
Well,
yes.
not if you're
but-
a side.
But if you aren't, but I feel like if we're both freezes, there have been many times in our relationship where you have been the one that is ready to fight
That's true.
in a good way,
That's true.
and I've gotten to keep my freeze privilege.
Freeze. Wait, but this was related to.
Being solutions oriented.
So, yeah. Where there's complain, there's offer a solution, and then there's leave.
Right.
I'm more apt to leave.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I'm more apt to leave as well.
Yeah.
Complain, offer
Yeah.
a solution, or leave. I'm complain. I'm sorry. There's just no.
So
way
if you're
around
like
it.
you're waiting for a table for a really long time.
Oh yeah, I'm giving everyone dirty looks. I'm sighing dramatically.
Yeah.
Looking at my phone, sort of going over to people's table, knocking over all their food, calling them really offensive slurs.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
and you.
I'm sort of like, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I'm like, it's like,
Like it's fine. Let's wait.
It's not worth it.
it's not worth it.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
also,
you're generally less like willing to wait for. You prioritize comfort, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like you prioritize comfort over like waiting for the exclusive thing. Would you say that's
yeah, I
true?
think that is true.
Whereas I'm like, let's say I really want to go to
It's
this.
humiliating to wait.
Yes,
Oh my
it's humiliating
God.
to wait.
It's
I
so
feel-
sad.
But you know what the reward is? Then getting the table and watching other people wait and feeling superior to them.
You bring up a very good point.
And that's coming from my stomach.
That's for your stomach.
I feel like the nice things are like rarely worth it. Like the pain of
Oh,
discomfort
I
of
so
waiting and
disagree.
like
Waiting
and being
depends.
pushed
Yeah.
around and
What was the last thing you waited for that you were glad?
that I was glad. God, I have no idea, to be completely honest. It's been a long
A
time.
long time since I've had to wait in a line for anything.
What's the last thing you waited for that was worth it?
This is the most riveting segment.
Let's really.
No one
think
has a
about
thing
this.
they
Yeah.
waited for.
Yeah, I guess I just usually get things for free.
Yeah.
Olive oil gelato.
Is that true?
I did wait for it. I was happy. I
Yeah.
waited.
Did
You really have to humble yourself to wait for something.
Yeah.
You know.
I also see, in Los Angeles, California.
Oh my God.
I feel
I'll
that
be right back.
I feel that I see a lot of people waiting in line for random stuff. They sort of have like cronut culture all the time.
Well, yeah, that's sort of all they have.
Yeah. And so when I see some people waiting in line, I'm like, okay, well, that's what I don't want. Like, I'll never go to that place. It like almost looks more unappealing because it's like, it's probably just some gimmick or was like written on some blog or something.
Sure.
Oh, like you're not gonna trick me.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm actually a free thinker.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Well, there's two kinds of waiting. And one is like,
There's only two,
yes,
male or female.
exactly.
So what's male waiting?
Male waiting. Oh God. Oh God. Okay, so I think one is what you're describing, cronut culture of like waiting for the latest trend. You're
Sounds
so
pretty
pathetic.
masculine.
But it's also like blonde blogger.
Sure.
You know,
Big hat.
Big hat, blonde blogger. Waiting for the next trend. You are so trend chasing. You have no personality. Your entire life is chasing things that other people are doing. That's one. Second kind of waiting is the if you know kind of waiting, where you're in the know and you're part of this like exclusive. You've read the paywalled blog that's telling you the new thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, they're both the same thing, though.
You think so? And just
Yeah.
one of them.
One of them you think you're better than.
Right,
you
right,
know?
right, right. That's not a bad point.
You know?
So
I'll
what?
tell you which one I prefer to be in,
Of
Right.
course.
but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
We all just want to be at the front of the line.
Right.
We all want to cut in line, don't we? We'll be right back.
And we're back.
And we're back. That was such a convincing "we'll be right back." That was actually terrifying because it felt so real.
Yeah.
I actually was like, we need to throw to commercial.
Yeah.
That's so fun. I could feel, we don't even have headphones on. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
anyway, how are you really?
Hot creamy meals when we return. Yeah.
We
So
go off
you were
there.
telling
Cole
me about-
Yeah.
Cole starts crying
Yeah.
hysterically.
Yeah.
They're like, it's just been really hard.
Wait, I wanted to bring, I have some topics.
Yes. Topic time.
a missed
I
call.
love, you are like in charge of us.
Okay. Is like, so I was trying to think of straight things, like straight culture things.
Right.
Your phone has like 5 cameras.
Oh, it's a Samsung Galaxy.
It literally does have 5 cameras.
I guess
Literally
2 of
does
them
have
are flashes. I'm just like, that is too many.
You don't know what I'm up to.
It looks like
You don't know what
You're
I'm up
filming-
against.
you're filming
You don't know what I'm up against.
independent films.
every day.
There's a pole at JFK Airport that has truly like 14 surveillance cameras on
Yeah.
it, and it looks like a commentary on the surveillance state. That's kind of what your phone is.
Yeah.
Stop surveilling us.
Well, do you have anything else to say? You mentioned Taylor Swift earlier. Do you want to
Oh,
say her
you're
name
bad.
again?
Okay,
But-
what are they?
I was thinking about straight culture things,
course.
but
Right.
but I could only really think of examples of things that are like straight trying to be gay.
Yes.
Like straight things that are influenced by gay culture.
Okay.
Like hotels.
yeah. Based on cruising, but
Based
not
on
cruising.
based on cruising, based on pied-a-terres.
Yes.
It's like, well, this is better because then you can just leave. And it's like, well, that's the you took the fun out of a pied-a-terre. Like,
Right,
it's
right.
straight people, you know. Okay, so
Yes.
hotels, salad bar, because salad's gay culture.
But salad bar is
But salad
the thing.
bar is like,
Yeah.
but you can pick what you want, and you're
No,
like,
it's
you're not
terrible.
improving on
You
it.
wouldn't. I mean, whatever. I go on. Yeah.
Baby carrots.
Right.
It's like, isn't it so funny that they're like little, and you're like, oh, that's almost.
Like
but
you've never experienced happiness.
yeah.
My favorite thing on earth is to buy baby carrots and never ever open the bag. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be such a perfect snack with hummus.
Yeah.
And then I just leave it there forever
Until they get slimy.
Yeah, and then I'm
frozen.
moving 7 years later, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I have to throw these away now.
Yeah, that's such a.
What are people afraid of with just buying normal carrots? I would.
I can tell
I would
you.
really love to know.
Yeah.
Is it the little hairs that they have?
It's the little hairs. It's sort of the like, well, what am I gonna do? Eat a whole carrot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who has the time? What if I just
What
want a
instead
little
you
bit?
want 25 baby carrots?
Well, you can take as many as you want, and then you can put it back. The big carrot, you gotta chop it up.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I mean, there's nothing better than chopping up a carrot and then putting the leftovers in a little Ziploc bag. Suddenly, you feel like you're cooking. You feel like you're doing cottagecore.
No, the way that I want every single thing I eat to be cut into miniature bites.
This is like
so
not
that I
being a
can-
That's
cook.
Well, I hate doing dishes,
Yes.
so I will buy pre-chopped onions.
Everyone hates doing that.
That's not
the two
true.
of you being
That's
like,
not
That's
true.
not true.
That's not true. Some
Yes,
people
oh my
find
God,
it.
yes, exactly.
Wait. No, sorry, George. This is crazy.
This is crazy because I've never been able to talk to
hate
this with
doing-
anyone.
But I hate doing dishes so much that I will buy the pre-chopped onions.
How
in the
much do you
plastic
hate?
Wow.
thing. And David Sedaris has this thing in a book like that. Like his husband Hugh will make like himself a dinner like for one while he's alone, but he hates going through. He would rather like use his finger than like dirty a spoon. You know, and I feel the same.
Well, I've gotten in some hot water before with our listeners because I talked about how I use the same cup for.
This
who
was
knows
actually
how
at a
long.
live show. I don't think you've ever. talked
Wait,
about
what do you mean?
Like
How
I
long?
have a water glass.
Yes.
And
You keep it by the sink?
I
This
just
elicited gasps from the audience because you said something. You said a phrase, an adjective that I will never forget.
What?
But
the
please say
glass gets cloudy. Eventually,
that's the
the glass
gap.
is cloudy.
Yeah.
But it's my glass. and it's fine.
How many days do you think?
I'm not
Don't want to know.
See, I probably use a water glass like 2 days.
I'll go a little longer than that.
I probably use 3 water glasses a day.
Well, it's why,
I only use
why
one.
my immune system is so strong. And
Yeah, I use one glass. Like
Weren't you just in the hospital for the
not
5th
for
time this
not
calendar
for
year?
That's not from immunity. That's not from an
BBL.
infection.
BBL? Oh my God, I would love it if you got a BBL and showed up to the studio.
That would be incredible. But yeah, I literally like especially when we were in our apartment here, and like I would like never wash it, and then I would just like one day my cup would be missing, and I'd be like, Misha, where the hell's my cup? And he'd be like, well, I washed it, it's in the drying rack. And I'd be like, oh, I've been looking everywhere for it. He just surprise washes it.
That's okay. That's okay.
My shock is like,
Wait, but it gets cloudy because it's smudged and like lip and fingerprints all over it.
And my nightly fiber.
wait, this is the other thing that I
Wait,
remember.
you put-
literally put fiber in it, mix it, and then keep drinking water out of it without rinsing
Yeah, it's
Sam.
water soluble. It dissolves. You guys are being so messed up.
I'm
This is
telling you,
normal.
an audience of 350 people at the Mellow House all walked out with
Well,
this.
Yes.
George, it was in San Francisco.
Oh, was it? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so get your facts right. Because facts matter.
Well, I'm sorry for making you feel insecure again. Although it actually feels like you've never been more proud of yourself.
Well, I just, I know how the media is going to run with this.
How often do you do dishes?
Oh, once a week.
Same. Honestly, same.
When I'm like living alone,
Yeah, same.
I
Once
will
a week.
do them quite rarely.
Yeah, me too. Sometimes things really start to smell bad in my sink.
Yeah, I'll also like if I'm doing like takeout lifestyle, I'm like, well, I didn't use a dish. And
Well,
what's a
take out
fork?
lifestyle, but then I, little cereal dessert.
Oh, of course.
I'm literally turning into like Trey's mom from Sex and the City. I'm about to send both of you to what is it called? Manners
Manners
School.
Academy.
Manners Academy.
Manner.
Yeah. Manners Manor. Okay, so we have baby carrots, we have hotels, and what was the third one?
Hold, please.
Salad bar.
Salad bar.
Okay.
To me, I would like to unpack hotels a little bit
Yeah.
more.
Okay.
Because
You're staying in one now, actually.
that's true.
Oh my God.
Because I have a subletter now
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Shout out to my beautiful subletters. And I'm staying in the Pod Hotel in Williamsburg. There's not a blind on one of the windows, and it's like facing the street. This is not part of the point. I'm just sort of painting a picture.
Okay, I see it.
And it's also like the room's like whatever. I'm just like people on the street are seeing me naked. Anyway, who cares?
Who cares?
Whatever.
It's
It's New
Williamsburg.
York.
It's New York.
Oh, Lower East Side,
Oh.
1979.
Don't tell people where it is.
Oh, well, it's on Metropolitan, and
Okay.
Yeah, I guess, you won't be there anymore.
yeah, I'll be gone by the time this comes out.
You'll be back.
That's true.
Wait, so you don't think hotels are I think they're straight inspired by gay.
I think the straightness comes from the like sanitization of them.
Sure.
Where it's like every room is the same but different.
That's convenient.
It's convenient.
Because then you can come and then you can leave. We'll make it easy
They don't
for
want to
you.
offend. Like
No.
everything's like this is technically a decoration, but it's not
You
meant to
can
mean anything.
cheat on your wife here.
Exactly. Well, it's
Well.
based on gay because it's like a straight structure is a family home, a family suburban home. And
Yes.
then anything, the farther away from that you get, the gayer you get. So a hotel, you are unmoored from your biological family. You are, in fact, not in your hometown. You are a visitor, transients. And then...
And also like concierge, like that's
Concierge.
being like, we need a gay guy to tell us where to go.
Totally.
Where's good to get Italian
Hey,
around here?
little queer, where should we
We're
eat?
good to get Italian. He's like,
Yeah.
oh my God, they have the best cacio e pepe down the
Yeah,
street.
yeah, exactly. Oh, here's what you're gonna want to do. You're gonna want to go uptown by yourself.
And then they like walk out the door, and the dad's like, "Did you hear that voice?"
Yeah.
Like, we do not have that
Yeah.
at our house.
Back in Batesville.
Batesville,
Yeah, it's a small town.
next to Goontown.
Oh, my hairdresser's from
Goonville.
Goontown. Great girl. So yes, and then I also think the thing that makes hotels straight is business conference culture,
Yes.
kind of, because conferences and business trips are sort of like the
lifeblood of straight.
cruising of straight. Yes, yeah. Like there is something.
Yeah.
It's sort of like take sexual liberation and make it depressing.
Yes.
And it's like two people wearing, like a woman in a skirt suit and a man who has like untucked, get this, his dress shirt.
Oh, yeah.
And they are flirting at the little open bar. And when I say open, you get one drink for free, and after that it's cash.
Yeah.
And you have to present like your little ticket to get it.
We're talking lanyard.
Lanyard. We're talking lanyard. We're talking salad bar. We're talking baby carrots on display.
Baby carrots on
Wow.
display.
Yeah.
That type of environment, unfortunately, still speaks to me. I like.
Well, it's so-
sometimes
Sure.
wish I could be.
I love hotel. Look, I love hotels.
You more than anyone.
More than anyone. I love hotels.
The amount you hate dishes is the amount you love hotels.
Exactly.
I mean, of course, the dream is like not paying. Like, if someone could pay for me to stay at a hotel,
Yes.
and I got room service, everything for free.
Yeah.
You don't have any of the responsibilities of your normal life.
Yeah.
Do our boutique hotels LGBTQ plus?
I mean, this is complicated because boutique hotels are sort of like anything that is kind of like gentrification adjacent. It's like it starts out gay and then it becomes straight. That's just sort of the circle of life.
Yeah.
It's like saying like I don't know.
Boutique hotels were like gay people trying to pull it back.
Yeah, exactly.
And then straight people were like, this is, sorry.
Yeah, they were like,
Yeah.
sorry, we're putting
you
a
need our
mason
money
jar
too.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I'm secretly Mormon.
Maybe not so
Don't you think
secretly.
that is like a circle? It's like you get gay, and then you go right back to mommy blogger.
Yes.
Aesthetically.
Yeah.
Ooh, so what do you think the next mommy blogger the new aesthetic?
I mean, I sort of think.
Are you going to be seeing that on the runway this season? Let's talk
Let's talk
fashion.
Let's talk fashion.
Fall fashion
Finally.
week. What are we going to be seeing?
We're seeing
We're singing mommy blogger.
Mommy blogger,
We're seeing
boutique
boutique
hotel, baby carrot,
Baby carrot.
hybrid vehicles.
hybrid vehicles, salad bar.
We're seeing tongs from the salad bar
Tongs
as
from the salad bar as
accessories.
accessories.
We are
Cameras everywhere.
Cameras everywhere. It's commentary on surveillance. Baby carrot earrings. No clothes. Walk, bitch. Walk.
And read this Kindle while you do it.
Read this Kindle while you do it.
and a big make it make sense neon sign in
Make
the
sense.
back.
Yeah. Everyone
Make America
holding,
make sense again.
everyone holding fake protest signs like in the Kendall commercial, but they all say different internet slang terms.
Yes.
It's someone holding a sign that says blur. Someone holding a sign that says the interwebs.
Wow.
Yeah. Hashtag me thinks.
Hashtag me thinks.
Thanks.
Someone painted in blood, the me thinks movement is over on their bare chest.
Yeah. So what's some? Yeah. What?
That's sort of
Like
what we're going to see on the runway.
Well, like this, for example. What's so straight? It's going to be
You're
gay
attacking
again.
me.
No.
I'm not attacking you. I'm merely suggesting maybe it's time for you to be attacked. That
So yeah, what's
anyone not-
what
so
are
Cole
gay
is
people going
pointing-
to appropriate from straight people?
Yes. Cole is pointing to Sam's camo.
You know what I think
Yeah.
it is actually?
what?
Old Navy Corps.
Old Navy Corps?
is going to be now gay?
Yeah.
So you mean ill-fitting jeans?
And like
Polar fleece
fleece.
vest?
polar fleece vest.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
Performance, Old Navy performance fleece?
And even
God,
like,
the 90s.
can't you see the like little like a 4th of July T-shirt that's like too small?
Wait, what do you mean 4th of July t-shirt?
Like
American
old,
flag.
Old Navy always would put out like a yearly 4th of July.
Oh, I've never.
Oh, I would wait every day on
Yeah,
the 3rd of
yeah.
July just...
It's like when they announced the Met Gala theme.
yeah, I was like, what's this year's Old Navy 4th of July tee? Ooh, my God.
a little like plastic flip flops.
Yeah.
Oh, put that on the runway.
can see-
Plastic
Beanie Babies?
flip-flops, beanie babies.
I don't know.
What do you think straight people are gonna or gay people are gonna appropriate?
Okay,
next?
no, this is actually a really good question. I mean, do you think it's been long enough flip-flop wise that Havaianas are going to make an
What are
ironic...
Havaianas?
What the hell is that?
The rubber flip-flops with the Brazilian flag on them. You know.
Uh,
Oh,
sure.
wait, with the Brazilian flag?
Yeah.
That's the one with the X and the
Yes.
yeah.
Wait, is this not Havaianas?
I've
was, like,
never heard of
huge.
this.
Hold on, I'm showing everyone.
Maybe in Greece.
Yeah,
Literally.
Maybe it didn't make it over here.
Yeah.
Wow, this is crazy. Hold on.
So amazing that we're different cultures.
Wait, but what else?
I love that George is like, talk amongst yourselves, and then we got completely
You've seen
silent.
these, no? These mean nothing to you.
Thong sandals?
They mean absolutely nothing to me.
They mean nothing to me.
This is
I've never seen that woman in my life.
I don't know her, and I don't claim to know her.
wow. Well, maybe they were completely Euro, and now Americans are going to discover them. 20
Men's
years
Warehouse?
Later. Men's Warehouse.
Are we going to start going there?
I mean, I think there's a world in which, like, sort of a 90s businessman suit comes back.
I think that's already
back.
yeah.
I think, in fact, the issue is
What's left?
at some point it's going to go back to skinny pant. And I
are we going back?
Well, because trends are so quick now. You know, you think
They're
you're
so
safe.
quick.
You think you're safe
The
with the
second I buy a pair of shoes,
Literally.
they're last season.
Oh, I toss them right in the garbage the moment I get home.
Remember how in Legally Blonde it hinges on the gay guy being like, "Don't you,
Oh, yeah.
you know, tap your last season Prada shoes at me?" And then
Yeah.
she's like, "Last season Prada, last season Prada." He's gay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a very my cousin Vinny.
Yeah.
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 But they're queering of that. We've been through The Sopranos.
Yeah.
What's a show? The Girls. Let's come
Okay,
back
here's
again.
something. What if it is like gay guys?
News radio?
Gay guys growing out their hair and having big blowouts.
growing out their hair.
Yeah, like they literally have Christian woman at the country club blowouts.
This is something that John Early calls TV hair, where it's like it goes down, then
yeah.
it's Deborah Messing. It's just like down and then like 5 curls in front, and every woman on television has that hair.
So maybe the issue,
Like next year, are the 3 of us going to be here with that?
I
hair?
mean, what if? I don't
Yeah,
know.
what if?
I do think that is kind of the last frontier.
More when we return. Yeah, sorry.
And we're back.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Yeah.
And more when we return.
Is gay guys.
Welcome back.
It's
Yeah.
the only hairstyle gay guys haven't tried is long beach waves.
Long Beach waves. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Don't you
true.
think that could be something?
Yeah.
I don't think that could be something.
No, okay.
No, I can't follow.
Well, that's why it's so. That's why this is where innovation is born. Is you think, oh, I can't picture that at all, and then lo and behold, all of a sudden, oh, Crocs, I get it. It's ironic, but they're
exactly.
like cute.
Crocs are interesting.
I think it's just going to be too hard for
The upkeep.
the upkeep to commit to
Yeah.
growing your hair out. I think the gay guy lifestyle. So go. You know.
Sure.
And they just want something that's easy.
Messy bun.
They could do a messy
Well, they've
bun.
done messy
That
bun.
we've already done
We've
that.
done messy bun. Wow, it's crazy that we can't think of a single thing that's going to be a new gay trend.
Somebody's got to think of one. Cole.
Well, my prediction
you're a
was
genius.
my prediction was sideburns. Remember, I said the new
Ooh.
facial hair trend. It's the only one we
I had to
haven't
shave
done yet.
mine for
You had
wig-
to shave
for-
yours for a wig.
For a wig, but yeah,
At first I thought you just had an
sideburns.
edgy haircut.
I had huge sideburns in high school
Oh yeah.
and
Oh.
blue black hair.
Oh.
Yeah.
That must have been pretty.
I was pretty out there. I was willing to go there as a kid, you know? Like, I took those risks.
Do you find yourself slipping into that as you're like doing promo for the show?
No.
No.
Only, like that character.
And generally,
yeah.
like the cliches of being interviewed, just being like, I knew I was fun.
No,
there was
because
one
no one
time-
else would know that I was kidding.
I see.
Here amongst
Yeah.
family,
Of
dare
course.
I say.
And you don't want to take the risk of someone thinking you're being earnest.
No, absolutely. Wait, I just realized I went to the Sistine Chapel a year ago.
Okay. To pray?
More on that later. But I thought it was so ugly
Really?
Oh.
because they
That's a new take.
they cleaned
now we
it,
said it.
in the 90s.
Yeah. Oh.
And the colors
Now it's
are
kind
like
of mid-century modern.
well, no, it's like 90s Italian, like New Jersey Italian restaurant.
Oh, because it's too
palette.
bright.
It's so bright and like.
See,
and
this
I'm
is why I
like,
never wash my cup.
And this is why, and I realized like, oh, that's where that aesthetic came from
Yeah,
like
yeah,
90s Italian restaurants, because the Sistine Chapel had just been cleaned, and it was like exciting, and so then everyone was like, let's do that in our restaurant.
90s Italian restaurants are based on the Sistine Chapel.
That makes sense
Yes.
to me.
That makes sense.
It certainly is based on.
Good
Italy.
morning. Wake up, America. I hope you're listening.
Take notes.
Take notes, okay?
Wow.
Wow.
This is what happens when you sleep.
So when you go there and you're
What?
like, this is ugly, what did that feel like for you? Were you like, you know what, good, because the church has enough as it is? Or were you like, damn, I was really hoping to be moved today?
I was really hoping to be moved.
It
And I'll be
really-
honest, my
it's-
friend Claudia O'Doherty, who I was there with, fell asleep in the Sistine Chapel.
I fell asleep in the Sistine Chapel.
It was a
Wait, where
long
did you just like sit
tour.
down and
You
fall
sit
asleep?
down.
just can sit down.
You can sit down, and it was this hours-long tour. It was so hot, and we were just like, okay, yes, all this stuff. We just want to see that damn roof,
Yeah.
the ceiling, okay? And we got there, and it was so like warm,
Yeah.
and
and you're
she
like
fell
looking
asleep.
up, and then you're like, okay.
Yeah, literally, we had eaten like 6 hot creamy meals, and just like full of cheese. And
It's like at a marathon,
carbs.
people were just handing you cups of warm cream.
Warm
Yeah.
cheese. Yeah.
Well, that's too bad.
Yeah, it's okay. I just wanted to.
I mean, it is tough when
air
you
that
build
out
something
here.
up. When you build something up and then you're disappointed by it.
Any notes for the Sistine Chapel workers?
Keep it dirty. Stop scrubbing it.
Yeah.
Stop
Because they
scrubbing
left a little patch dirty to show you
Oh, really?
like,
And that
this
looked
is what
better.
it looked like. And I was like, yes, the
Right.
aging. It was the filter that it needed.
Yeah. A Valencia filter.
Yes, it was. Well, which filter would I say it was?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay, I would say New York. Honestly, put the New York filter on the
But then
Sistine
you are filter on the
Chapel.
Sistine Chapel. Yeah.
It'll really, really be better.
Yeah.
I know it sounds crazy.
But it's time.
I've only lived here for 3 years, but I do actually feel like a New Yorker sometimes. Like to get a 99-cent slice, I'm like, okay.
To be fair, she's right.
Yeah, 100%.
I feel my family has never visited, and I don't ever want them to, because when I see people with their families like on the train or like walking around, it's painful.
No, it makes me so angry, actually.
It makes my heart hurt.
Yeah.
Because you're immediately a child when you're showing your parents the city,
Yes.
and you're like, "This is my city, Mom. Look, like I just like eat here every day," and it's really
Well, also,
it's sad.
it makes you to show your surroundings to anyone really puts into focus how like uninteresting most daily lives are. It's like you're
Yeah.
showing someone the coffee shop where you get your coffee. And you're
Yeah.
like, they have a really good cortado here.
I like.
And your mom's like, my knees. Can I sit here? My knees acting up. And you're like,
Like, Mom.
Me and my friends
Mama.
never sit.
never sit. You don't sit in New York, Mama. Ugh.
I like. My parents, the first time they visited was like I was maybe 25 or something, and I like in retrospect, I'm so embarrassed by the places that I was like, you have to see this,
Yeah.
because it was just like
it's smack. It's like all macaroni and cheese restaurant.
and like being like, no, this bar is really cool.
Yeah.
And it's like, why would they ever want
they
a
don't
bar
care.
that's
It's
like a
like-
dive?
It just has the same feeling of like parents' weekend or
Yes.
at a
100%.
college.
I mean, there's a specific
Not
type.
that I went to college, but I understand the
You've
culture.
seen
I've
films and
seen the
TV.
films.
There's still time.
There's still time. I'm gonna get that degree.
Yeah. How about you cancel that
Art
last week
history.
of shows?
There is, of course, nothing more moving in terms of storylines than older women going back to
Going
get
back
their degree.
to oh my god. I mean, this is not the same thing, but Margot Martindale in Paris Je t'aime, going on that trip to Paris by herself.
Oh my god, I don't remember that one. I have seen Paris Je t'aime.
Paris Je t'aime. She's an older woman.
Okay.
Well, she's a woman of a certain age.
Yes.
She's a mail carrier at home, and she started taking French classes late in life. And then she's always wanted to go to Paris. I'm gonna cry.
You know what? George, I feel that I owe you an apology.
For what?
Because when Cole says, in Je t'aime,
Yeah.
whatever, I say beautiful. But if you were to bring it up first, I would go, Okay, genius.
Wow. And
First
that's
of all, Parisian Tem is like, to me, it's such a sort of like almost embarrassing part of like it's like
I only know Margot Martindale's part.
Yeah,
I've only seen that one clip.
yeah.
Okay.
It's like,
I've only seen that one clip, but I don't love it.
Like I'm not like watching it. Like I've never watched like sit
don't
down
you think
and watch,
Parisian
like,
Tem is like mommy blogger's
I think it's
favorite
back.
movie? Yeah.
That's why I think
back.
that's
okay,
what we're
on the
gonna be seeing on the
runways,
runway.
Parisian Tem.
Parisian Tem.
Margot Martindale's
Martin-
part in Parisian Tem.
Which we don't like, but we
It's
do know
literally
about.
like John Galliano being like, it was inspired by Margot Martindale's part in Parisian Tem.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah. So baby carrots.
baby carrots.
or hotels.
Or hotels. No, we're doing hotels. Okay, so all right. We've covered conferences, we've covered cruising, we've covered home away from home, pied a terre.
What we haven't covered.
the gay guy telling you where to go.
the gay guy telling
We
you to go
haven't
catch
covered
Pepe.
the literal straight couple going to a hotel and instantly feeling like they're being sordid and kinky because they're not in their house.
Yeah.
Well, and then of course the disappointment that comes after that of wherever you go, there you are.
Wow.
Looking around.
Wow.
and being like,
There you
I
are.
guess we're actually not having.
By the way,
sex
can we talk
tonight.
about the Bible?
Literally
The Bible in every room?
Yeah.
Wait, why is that?
That's why they started boutique hotels so they could put in a different book. They were like,
Yeah.
Sally Rooney. Yeah, the Bible is. I always think it's sort of charming that there are these leftover, like Bible in a hotel room. To me, is very like leftover from a different era in a way that I do find charming.
When men held the door
When
open
men held
for
the
you.
door.
I think we're going to be seeing men holding the door open for you on the runway this season.
the runway.
We're going to see
Men holding
hotel
the door
Bibles,
open. Hotel
men holding the door
Bibles.
open.
Katya Pepe around the corner.
Pepe. Clean chapel ceilings.
Clean
Just
chapel
guys
ceilings,
being guys.
Guys being guys. Falling asleep in a stunning tourist destination.
Yeah.
I think this is obvious. I feel that the thing that gay people are going to appropriate
Yeah.
is
Bible.
chain hotel aesthetic.
Hilton.
I think
Hilton honors.
boutique hotels as like a fantasy is dead. It's
Okay.
like
Yeah.
we are post Instagram. This goes along with the
now I'm like, if I'm ever on a red carpet, I'm going to wear a dress made up. You know that credit card dress?
Yes.
Hilton honors card.
Also, chic gay guys like that work in fashion getting married, ironically, in a Hilton,
I mean,
like overhead lighting Hilton.
Yes.
there's
business
something
Yeah.
chic about that.
Yeah.
Terrible carpet. Like the carpet is so.
The what are
overdesigned.
those called? The buffet, like the hot,
Yeah.
those
hot bar?
the hot bars,
Hot
like
bar.
with those little torches.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
chic gay guy wedding, but and the food is a hot bar.
Yeah.
with like little sausage links.
Sausage links,
Sausage links
oatmeal.
over-
It's breakfast.
It's breakfast for dinner.
It's breakfast for dinner.
Breakfast for dinner. Hard scrambled eggs, sausage links,
Wedding
Oatmeal.
donuts.
wedding donuts,
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal.
With all the fixins,
With all the
raisins,
fixins,
brown
yes.
sugar,
Bloody Mary bar.
sliced almonds.
One serving Fruit Loops that you take off the little cover and put
Oh
milk
my
in.
god.
But instead of Fruit Loops,
Yeah.
it's like the couples, like like
It's little wedding rings.
Jared and
Yes.
Emery or whatever their names
Jared.
are.
Yeah, and
Emery.
it's funny because it's like Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
and it's
Oh
they're
my
gay.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I'm laughing.
Talk about blur.
It's bring your kids,
bring your kid.
You
which
can
is
bring the
ironic.
kids.
Yeah,
which
bring
is
kids.
That's bold.
that's bold. I think that we're gonna be this season on the right. We're gonna see bring
your kids Fruit Loops,
Yeah.
but they're gay.
Yes.
The name Emery.
Yeah.
The name Emery is everywhere.
Yeah.
Hilton honors, dirty carpet.
But I
Fruit
do
Loops.
I do think there's something to this because like we've talked about how we're in the martini and mushed peas era.
Yes.
And I think the next step of like what is gross that we can just pretend isn't anymore. It's
See, that's interesting because I
hotel
think
food culture.
Yes, I think that's definitely one direction for the modern man. I almost think we've now gone so far in the like appropriating trashy stuff direction that being a full-on pretentious little pinky finger up gay guy is going to come back.
But I think with an eye towards remember those commercial I keep seeing these on the algorithm, the like Vienna coffee, like the little powdered, do you know what I'm talking about, the little coffee that comes in Mom,
Powder
pick me up.
Like instant coffee?
No, wait, hold on.
Is this your version of whatever that sandal was?
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm not.
You know, we're all living in our social media bubbles, y'all.
No, I'm thinking like stuff that was marketed as fancy that wasn't.
yes.
You know, like the what
You know
was
what?
the-
You know what's a great example of this is the cheese vache, like the, you know, those round red cheeses.
Baby Bell?
Is that
Yeah.
Don't you feel like that was at some point marketed as like fancy?
Yeah.
And now we know it's
like Breyer's ice cream was very like
yes.
it had like Bernadette Peters in the commercials. Like,
so I guess
ooh,
basically it's sort of like
sophistication.
WASP, Upper East Side WASP culture
that you can get at the
that
supermarket.
you can get at the supermarket.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like what was that ice cream cake? Do you know what I'm? That had like
Yes.
ribbons. It was like ribbons of ice cream. God, now I'm
It's
aging
also-
myself here. Now I'm aging myself here.
Also-
We're gonna this season on the runway, aging yourself.
Aging yourself. I also think no more minimalist flatware and silverware.
I see what you're saying. It's sort of Capote and the Swans.
Yes, it's this season on the runway. Capote and the Swans. No simple
Capote and the
flatware.
Swans at the supermarket.
Capote and the Swans at the supermarket.
in your ice cream
In
box.
your ice cream box.
Yeah. Or like the fancy like TV dinners.
This
You
season
know,
on
like
the
there was
runway.
like Hungry Man.
actually want those.
No, I know. Like
Yeah.
like that was like that's what we're gonna see on the runway.
I mean, it stems from a conservatism because it's literally like when America, you know, in the public imagination, when America was great, was Mad Men era.
well, but this is I'm even thinking of the '90s when those things were
you're thinking-
marketed to
okay,
us.
yeah.
Jello
as, like-
salad?
That's sort of.
They've tried that so many times and it's not
It's
coming.
I
never
love
gonna
Jello
come.
salad though.
Really?
Love it.
Love it. Love the taste.
Is
of
that
it.
true?
Yes.
I can. Never
It's just
tell
Jello
with you.
and Cool Whip.
Is this one of your characters?
Yeah.
It's Jello and Cool Whip.
Yeah.
I have a disgusting sweet tooth.
Really?
I love ambrosia salad,
What's
Oh, this
that?
season on the runway, ambrosia salad.
fruit cocktail with Cool Whip, basically.
Whoa.
And sometimes marshmallows and shredded coconut. Some people would do like pistachio pudding packet, like the powder from the pistachio
Sure.
pudding packet. Mix it in.
You know what's always in? Pistachios.
These foods are giving.
You got me there.
They're giving grandma.
I love grandma.
Shout out to grandma.
Yeah.
Well, look,
Yeah.
we've figured it out.
So pretty much.
Cole, where can people buy tickets to your play?
Well, ohmaryplay.com for the last week,
Yeah.
May 5th through 12th.
You guys
Must end May 12th.
Must end May
Must
12th.
end May 12th.
To be candid, this episode will come out when it's already sold out, most likely.
Well,
That's
see,
true.
And
I don't-
that
you don't
is
know.
okay.
That's okay.
That's okay. But maybe there will be one ticket.
There'll be
left.
one ticket left. DM us. No, please don't.
No.
Just DM me. I can text Cole.
We'll figure
Yeah,
it
yeah,
out.
yeah.
We'll figure it
DM
out.
me. I
Yeah.
can text Cole. We'll figure it out.
If you listen to this podcast, you can get it for
getting
free.
there for
Yeah.
free.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the StraightioLab promise.
Cole, do you think theater is too expensive?
Yes. But
Say that.
it's also expensive to make.
Oh?
Okay. All right. Okay.
Well, have we considered
I don't
paying
know
people
how.
less?
Yeah. How do they do it in London then?
They don't pay people.
Well, do they pay people in New York? Not from what I've heard.
It depends on these damn unions.
Oh my God! Don't get me started.
Does the government help?
Well, I do think.
Well, the
helps
government
in all other
subsidize in more in Europe and
Your
in the
play
UK.
was funded by the Trump administration, correct?
Are we talking about that? Like,
Because
what? Like,
from what I remember, it was a government.
why is it wrong? Like, it's not okay.
And you said you
Forget
wanted
it.
to change it from the inside. From what
Yes.
I understand. Yeah.
Like,
how's that going?
Ivanka
Ivanka's a friend.
listens.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
she's willing to listen.
She gave you a lot of notes on the early versions of the show.
Yeah, she did. It was.
She has a great eye.
She has a great eye. She's like she's
no matter what your politics are.
funny.
Yeah.
Funny. People forget that about Ivanka. She's
Yeah.
funny. She's like blurg. Like between every scene, she's like blurg. I'm like, okay, yes.
Yeah, I did notice the blurg in your play, and I thought it was
felt out of place.
It felt out of place, but it also felt so.
That was an
now.
Ivanka.
Yeah.
That was an Ivanka note.
Yeah,
Because the rest of it had a very specific tone.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
could recognize as quintessentially Cole.
Yeah, but then there was
then-
that big monologue that ended
Yeah.
with, "So I guess I'm an adult."
Yeah. Yeah, there was a sort of, you kept saying, should I get bangs?
Yeah.
That was the punchline.
That
I
was
said,
the-
okay, maybe that's a premise. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll never forget when Abe got shot in your play, and you yelled,
Make it make
"Make it
sense."
make sense."
It makes sense. Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
and then you're like, all right, well, the moment's landed. Next scene starts. You go, so I guess that happened. I said, okay, like some of this could have been cut. I mean, it's a very long.
But it gets laughs every time.
Look, the audience isn't wrong.
They
if
eat it up.
Gets laughs, it gets laughs.
Oh, look, I wish it were much cheaper to see theater, but I didn't understand the economics of like if a show costs
Yes.
something and there are only so many seats.
Well, of course.
I didn't realize like
No, the issue is not. Yes, the issue is that none of it is subsidized by the government enough,
Yeah.
like in other countries. It's
Yeah.
not that like people are evil and want to rob you blind.
right. Although I
So-
do, this is my first 10 million that I'm making
Right,
from this.
right.
So.
Right. Congrats on that, by the way.
Yeah. Well, off Broadway is where you go to like
Cash in.
cash in. Like
Yeah.
I've worked hard.
You put in the time.
I've put in the time. I'm ready for that summer house. I'm ready for like first class tickets.
And like knowing that about yourself is like a huge part.
it's a huge part of off Broadway.
Because like a lot of people like just don't even have the like they're like afraid of that success.
Absolutely.
And you're just like running towards it.
And those people go to
Absolutely.
Broadway.
So sad.
Yeah.
I feel bad for them.
I do too.
Flops,
Flops.
losers. Who's the biggest loser on Broadway? Go.
Oh yeah, who's the biggest loser on Broadway?
Probably
Audiences.
Tim.
Tim.
Tim
Gunn.
Gunn.
Tim
Tim Gunn is the biggest loser on Broadway.
Oh my God. Yeah. Like so wrong as Roxy. Like just, yeah. The name on everybody's lips.
Designers,
gotta be.
the name on everybody's lips is gonna be Roxy.
That's really good. Okay, this season on the runway, we're seeing Tim Gunn. We're seeing walking
As Roxy?
as Roxy. Tim Gunn as
This
Roxy.
season on the runway, we're seeing Tim Gunn walking as Roxy.
I'm giddy about that. That's a great.
Wow.
I love that.
Maybe this is my Oh Mary. Oh Tim.
Oh Tim.
Oh.
Tim.
That would actually be sort of a good idea.
Yeah.
Tim Gunn, everyone loves him, America's most beloved sort of father figure. But then there's so much happening behind the scenes.
Where's that phantom thread?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say about Tim Gunn, to be serious for a second, of all these gay guys that sort of transcended and became, almost like symbols for Middle America, he really has it. More so than any of the Queer Eye guys. More like I really do have a deep respect for Tim Gunn. Don't you think? Do you not?
No, I think you're right.
Don't you think? Like there's something actually very dignified about him.
Well, he has he knows when to pull away.
Yes, and he's also you can tell he's
He knows
actually
when to pull out,
he knows when to pull out.
which is before.
With you, he
comes.
does.
Because
Oh,
he
with
doesn't
you, he
want
doesn't
to
pull
get-
out.
No.
You heard it here first.
This worries me.
After he comes.
Tim Gunn, this is my impression of Tim Gunn after he comes. This worries me. Wow.
More.
You get it from your grandma.
Yeah.
This season on the runway, pulling out.
We're going to see pulling out. We're going to see Tim Gunn as Roxy. We're going to see
Tim Gunn.
Hilton
coming.
Honors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh Mary is a
play.
Huge. No. This is a.
No, it's not.
Okay, it's not. It's not. It's barely a one-person show. Oh Mary. Okay, it's on Broadway for 25 years. At this point, you're you're living in Malibu, whatever. They've started stunt casting it like Roxy. Who is your ideal like reality star, trashy star stunt cast for?
I don't watch.
But it can be Pam
Okay.
Anderson. It can be like.
Okay. Rachel Ray. That was the first thing that came to mind. Wouldn't
That's
she?
perfect.
Like
her with a raspy voice.
Like Abraham.
Wow.
Rachel Ray.
That would
Wow.
be so amazing.
She would do it.
And those curls?
Yeah. Did you see her episode of The Curse?
Yeah.
The Curse?
She plays
in the
herself in a
season
very
finale? Or no, this one before.
Yeah. No, I think it is
This season on the runway, we're seeing Rachel Ray as
Rachel
herself.
Ray as herself on HBO's The Curse.
Okay.
Showtime?
Showtime. Yeah, Showtime. Sorry. Excuse me.
Sorry.
It's okay. Is Showtime back?
I don't know.
I don't know if any of them are back.
Is Showtime back?
Yeah, are any of them back?
I'm talking to the execs right now. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I think Showtime's definitely back. I would love to work with them.
Oh, we would love to work with Showtime.
Of course.
However,
Only if they're back.
Only if they're back. We go into pitch. We're like, I want you to prove that you're back. Before you hear this pitch, are you guys back? Because I'm not seeing, the numbers don't really speak for themselves.
Tim Gunn and Rachel Ray.
As Will and Grace.
As Will and Grace.
Green light it now, bitch.
That should have been what it was. It should have been Tim Gunn and Rachel
You actually
Ray.
are so right in the sense that, like,
It should have been a loud,
yes.
like, party girl.
loud party girl, raspy voice, and then like gay guy with trauma.
Yeah. Like, Tim Gunn is who the character of Will
Yes.
is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then, NBC got involved and said, well, let's not make it too
Let's make him a lawyer.
Yeah, exactly. Designers. Rachel Ray.
Now, Rachel, what exactly is this? Well, Tim, it's a Jell-O salad. I mean, the pilot writes itself.
EVOO. Yummo. Yeah.
People ask me, what do you mean extra virgin?
Yeah.
Tim is like, honey, I'm an extra virgin. Wait, no, now I'm becoming Samantha. Wait, I forgot what I was doing. Should we do our final segment? Wait, Cole, any last thoughts on hotels?
Or baby carrots.
Or baby carrots or
salads.
salad bar.
I really appreciate you filling out why hotels are straight. I appreciate it
Well, it's our
because
job.
I came in with an idea and I didn't know. I just didn't know if it would hold water.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I
So
have to say.
hard.
It's hard.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
And we put our guests through hell.
But we do it for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you can promote that last week
Of Oh Mary.
of Oh Mary.
OhMaryPlay.com.
I just checked 0 ticket sales for that week. 0.
Well, there's Student Rush. Or not Student Rush, just Rush.
Rush.
We took the
Yeah.
student out.
Because anyone can rush.
Anyone can rush, not just students.
Not just students.
This is what I tell people all the time.
It's like you never
If you
stop
take my
learning
class,
and you
yeah.
never stop rushing.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
We're always on our phones.
So true.
Rachel.
Okay. Well,
Will you introduce it?
our final segment is called Shout Outs. And in this segment, we pay homage to the classic straight tradition of the radio shout out. Think Z100, you're shouting out to your squad back home. Think TRL. And, it's in the great tradition of this podcast, we think of them on the spot. So I'm trying to think of mine now.
I have one.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
What's up, freaks, losers, and perverts around the globe? I want to give a huge shout out to Hotel TV. I love the lack of choice that a hotel TV offers me. I think there's too much choice in the world, and sometimes I just want something to be like, watch this, because you have to. And that's talk about the only way I'll find something randomly and without having it perfectly curated to my likes and wants. Last night, I, for the first time in my entire life, watched an episode of King of Queens. I would never seek this show out, no matter how much Robbie Hoffman says it's good. I don't care. And I watched one episode and I said, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to watch more, but I enjoyed this 20 minutes. And sometimes that's all you need when you are traveling. So Hotel TV, you make me feel like it's the 90s. You make me feel like I'm being tied down and forced to watch something I don't necessarily want to.
Okay.
And you make me feel free through that restriction.
Wow.
Woo!
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
How was King of Queens?
Really good.
Really?
Well, it was fine.
Right.
I mean, it was like,
Leah Remini?
I guess.
Right. Well, yeah. Sort of the best you can hope for.
I
She's
was
friends with J-Lo.
I was pretty impressed.
Yes, she is.
She is.
But,
Very
you know.
close.
Oh,
You didn't know that? They're like
Oh yeah, no, they're like BFFs.
childhood
it's like a whole
best friends. Yeah,
thing.
Oh.
It's kind of like
it's
how
them. Isn't there one more that's like in the group? Who is it?
Yes, but I don't remember. I was about to say it's like Madonna.
Michelle Visage.
Visage, yes.
Is that true?
Yes. But it's like how Madonna and Debbie Mays are really close friends.
Yeah, meaning
No,
Meaning.
no.
meaning yeah, they're huge lesbians.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
No, they're not. Sapphic. Sapphic in it.
So they are or aren't?
They're not sapphic.
No.
She has a hot Italian husband, Debbie does.
Yeah.
And Madonna, she's working through a lot of issues. But she's doing great on tour.
And we support her.
And we support her. I would die supporting her. Okay, y'all.
Yeah, I can't. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to do mine.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually already mentioned this on a Patreon episode, but you know what? I'm going to unpaywall it for this episode exclusively. What's up, frequent travelers? Any Delta SkyMiles members, Hilton Rewards, you're going to want to hear this. If you're ever on a Delta flight, I have the plane movie for you. It's called She Came to Me, and it is starring Marissa Tomei as a tugboat captain with a sex addiction. I repeat, a tugboat captain with a sex addiction. You're wondering, is that like a comedic bit? Like, is it ironic? Nope. Tugboat captain. I repeat, tugboat captain with a sex addiction. And if you think it stops there, you better believe it also stars Anne Hathaway as a therapist who wants to be a nun. And one of her patients is Chris Gethard. Now, this movie came out, I would say, last year. Not a single soul has talked about it. Written and directed by Rebecca Miller, Arthur Miller's daughter. I am telling you, get on a plane now, book a flight, and press play on She Came to Me. The message of the film is love wins, and by the end, I was moved. Shout out to everyone involved. Woo!
Wow, they only let you watch it on planes.
Yes, I haven't seen it available anywhere else. I think the Arthur Miller estate has a special contract with Delta Airlines where his daughter makes movies for the Delta Plus platform, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's huge.
Yeah. Nothing I said is a lie.
I'll watch it on the Delta flight back to LA.
Don't you think it's crazy that movie exists as I just described it and like it hasn't become like a meme?
I mean,
But there's so much
it's
content.
actually so sad because you know that like that's what they were almost hoping for.
Yeah.
Or maybe they weren't.
No, I don't think they
on
were.
it
Yeah.
when they should have, because then it would have been bigger.
Yes, they needed a gay guy.
They needed a concierge.
Right, they needed a
shall we say.
concierge.
Is he a concierge?
Concierge would be a
innuendo.
beautiful name for
Yeah.
baby boy. Gay baby boy.
Concierge.
Yeah, he recommended a few restaurants to me, let's just say.
Let's just say he got us a reservation.
Just that he recommended the fennel salad.
Okay. I think, okay. What's up, moms and dads? It's your girl here who sets her alarm clock for 6 a.m. and I would like to shout out Dove Chocolate.
Ooh.
Dove Chocolate, a little treat. It's a little more expensive than your Hershey bar, but when you want to treat yourself, go for Dove Chocolate.
Wow.
Wow.
Is that the one that has little inspirational quote or
Yes.
like little quotes?
Yeah.
Do you feel it helps you in your day-to-day life to be inspired?
Well, when I was a kid, that was one of those things that I thought was fancy. When I was
100%. Because it's not Hershey's.
Because it's not Hershey's, and also the commercials worked so well. The commercials were very like the woman like rewarding herself,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Okay.
The way that women eat chocolate in media I feel like I'm missing out on
it's
something.
It's done harm for generations.
Yeah, yeah.
It's literally why we will never have a woman president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she can only come if she
eating
has
a little chocolate.
a little cube of chocolate in her mouth. And it's just because
This season on the runway, a woman with a little cube of chocolate.
and it's just because straight men want to see women come,
Totally.
and they're just like, what if the chocolate did it for her?
Because she likes the taste so much.
Yeah, she's such a bitch all day, and then she puts that little square of chocolate in her mouth, and she just fucking comes. Like, yeah, how about that?
I feel like it's almost like the opposite, where it's women being like, well, he's not going to make me come, so I need something to make me come.
Yeah.
So is it female empowerment or disempowerment?
Yeah,
this
it's
is
chocolate
the question.
More when we return. Yeah.
All right, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time after the break. That could be many years.
All right, well.
Thanks for doing the pod.
Please, thank you for promoting the last week of Oh Mary Play.
Yeah, so go on omaryplay.com.
.com.
And Rachel Ray, get in touch, girl.
Yeah.
Bye.